Hey there everybody, Double J 101 back again with another Transformer review, and today we'll be taking a look at Power of the Prime's SINNERTWIN, one of the many body parts of Abominus. We've already taken a look at Rippersnapper and hun-gurr, which now we have SINNERTWIN, and the other two will be coming soon, so stay tuned. But first off, let's take a look at SINNERTWIN. So first, before we get into the figure, let's go ahead and take a quick look at that box. First, we have some CGI rendering of SINNERTWIN's monster mode, as well as on the back of the box we see the SINNERTWIN art, which looks fantastic as always. On the back of the box we see SINNERTWIN here in his alt mode and in his robot mode, as well as a quick little bio on top, so feel free to pause and read if you feel so inclined to do so. Otherwise, that's about it for the box. Now here we have SINNERTWIN out of the box, of course, and in his alt mode, two-headed dragon mode, I guess you can say. Before we get too close to him, again, we had a couple things to look at. Just the collector's card that he comes with. Good dark green Liege Maximo SINNERTWIN card, which is pretty nice, as always. Hard cardboard. Nothing has changed there. And as well as his Prime Master fist thing, or armor, however you want to call it. It's the same thing you get with everything else, just different colors. But that's about it. So on to the figure. This guy is pretty cool overall. I'm pretty impressed by him. Being that he is kind of remolded to some of his parts of the Dinobots, he does have a little bit of wear on the mold. At least mine does. Like these legs are, I don't know if you can hear that. They're really wobbly, so nothing too special with him that is different than the other ones, but overall, I do like the look of SINNERTWIN. So getting a little closer look here, we have the two dragon heads. These two, of course, have their mouth that opens, which is pretty nice, and some nice detail in the teeth, at least for the top. You see here in the teeth, the top teeth are painted silver, the bottom are not, but that's okay. At least they gave a little bit of detail in general to it. We have the horns are painted purple, eyeballs are painted red, molding detail throughout the neck here, and throughout the back of the monster. We have some down here on the legs as well. Good silver paint throughout there. And the gun, which stores nicely on this little peg, which is pretty nice. Back here on the back, we have a little bit of red and yellow paint throughout with the turquoise coloring as well. Back here at the tails, they are split for the two-headed dragon tail. He gets two tails for this. It don't make a whole lot of sense, but hey, it's a Transformer, so you gotta suspend disbelief on occasion. A little more paint on this side, but that's really about it for paint and detail. Oh, well, here's a little bit too. We have the Decepticon logo here on his shoulder, which is pretty nice. Overall, for paint and accuracy for G1, he's pretty close. Really, the only thing that I can tell that is any different for this guy compared to the G1 is his tail was purple, as far as I remember. I don't have one, so we can't really bring it out and look, but really that's about it. Now for a few comparisons, let's go ahead and bring in his brethren here. We have hun-gurr, the leader of the Abominus crew, as well as Rippersnapper, to see how well they look together. And I have to say, this group is really coming together really nice. I'm excited to get the other ones open so we can finally get Abominus together in all of its glory. Now on to the transformation of SINNERTWIN to his robot mode, so let's go ahead and get going on this. First, we will work on the legs. We're going to go ahead and take these bottom legs, kind of move them up just to get them out of the way, which will right about there. This one I've noticed has kind of popped off on occasion, so you may have that kind of issue. I don't know. Mine maybe mine's just a little weird, but it's been having those kind of strange issues. Take these bottom tails here, rotate them up, and you're going to kind of yank it apart. It doesn't come apart too easily, and it kind of makes a weird noise on mine, but you know what? It works. Get it nice and separated. Bring the legs on down, like so. Go to the back. You're just going to close this up. Right here on the back of the leg, there is a peg and a peg hole right about there. You just bring it together nicely, and it doesn't click in, but you do feel it go in, so it's pretty good. Same with this side. Push it on in, and here you have the legs pretty much done. If this thing would have stayed put, there we go. Legs are done. Now onto the top part of the robot here. We're going to go ahead and work on the arms. Bring these pieces, rotate these around to the back. Click that in. Here for the forearm, she's going to bring out the fist, like so. Make that nice and straight. Same with this side. Bring this around. Click it in. This one didn't audibly click like the other side did. Bring the fist out. And there we go. Here for the shoulders, you're going to rotate. So as you can see right about here, there's a little peg. And this piece you're going to have to kind of pull out to rotate it up. And once it gets in, it'll stay pretty tight. Mine is a little loose. It kind of wiggles a little bit, but you do know it's in where it's supposed to be. Do the same for this side. Kind of lift up, rotate it up, and click it in. Again, this side is loose too. I think this side is a little looser than this side, but it is connected, so that's how we want it to be. Now for the dragon heads, you just disconnect this part from the torso, bring this back, rotate the head up, click it in, bring this piece up. This piece might be a little awkward getting it all straightened, but bring this up, click it back in, bring this piece down. The heads you can either rotate like this, or you can rotate them inwards like so. Either way, however you like to do it, I'm just going to rotate them so they look outwards like that. I just think they look better that way. You can even rotate them up if you want to kind of get them a bit of a wider backpack, but they do stick out and like kind of give a cleaner look to the legs, but really that's up to you. Me, I'm just going to have them hanging down. It doesn't bother me too much that they're showing back there. Kind of wish there was a way to hide them, but overall it's fine. But that is SINNERTWIN fully in his robot mode. As for his accessories, you can bring in his gun, peg it into either hand. Kind of blends in pretty well. He doesn't exactly have any coloring difference on the gun compared to his body, which that's fine. It's the right color if you want G1 accuracy, so I can't complain there. It is a little off on the mold. There is a little bit difference, but overall it works pretty well. And then, of course, the prime armor. Stick it on his chest. Make it look ridiculous if you like. Nothing too special there. It just makes him look really, really wide. But hey, you can do it if you like. Me, I'm just not going to. I'm just going to leave it there. Leave it off of him until I get the whole Abominus together. Taking a closer look at the figures, paint job here in robot mode. Overall looks pretty nice. We have the red silver paint throughout the legs. Good turquoise here in the thighs, as well as the arms as they are transitioned to the robot mode. We have turquoise here in the chest and a good purple Decepticon logo there in the middle. It really gives the essence of if it were a rub symbol, but it's not, so it's still pretty nice for what it is. We have some purple and red here throughout the chest as well. The shoulder Decepticon logo is visible as well as that face sculpt, which is pretty cool as well. It's got good yellow in the eyes, silver faceplate, nice molding detail throughout the face as well, and the side of the head. But overall, very, very nicely done. I do like this guy. Do wish he wasn't so loose. But overall, a very good robot mode. A very good upgrade from a G1. If you have a G1, you know how it doesn't have any articulation to it at all, and these newer figures, of course, have a lot to them. So it's nice to have one that's actually pretty detailed like this one. For a little comparison, of course, we have his brethren once again of Ripper Snapper and the leader, hun-gurr, in their robot modes. So you can really get a good view of how they look together. And again, I'm really impressed by this team so far. Really hoping the other two are just as good. I'm really pretty excited to actually have a combiner on my shelf. As for the Dinobots and Volcanicus, I don't have him on my shelf as a combiner. I like them as just the Dinobots themselves. So really having these guys on there is going to be pretty cool. I went into Combiner Wars when it was around, so I'm missing a lot of those. So this guy's going to be pretty cool. Lastly, we will also bring in a leader class, Overlord, so you can see the size scale and how he looks with him as well, which I think the color scheme from these guys, they kind of all work together. It's pretty nice. They got the kind of turquoise, the blue, and the odd color schemes is really what brings a lot of these more Japanese Transformers together on the shelf. Don't really recall if Abominus was part of Super God Master Force. I think they were part of Headmasters at some point. Not really sure. If you know, let me know in the comments, but they do still look pretty good together. As I usually do when I don't have a G1 figure that kind of represents this new up-to-date one, I show a picture here on the right of that figure. So this is SINNERTWIN in his G1 form. Let me know if you think he's a pretty good fit. I think so, overall, so let me know your thoughts. But overall, that's about it for SINNERTWIN and today's video. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Let me know your thoughts on this figure. Are you going to pick him up? Do you have him already? Do you have Abominus already? And is he as great as he seems he's going to be? Let me know down in the comments. I really appreciate those comments, and I read them every time. My thought on this guy, I really do recommend him. When you get that Abominus all together, I think he's going to come out really, really nice. And this guy, even if he does have a little bit of wibbly-wobbly going on with some of the joints, and it may just be mold kind of degradation, as they call it, or it just may be a bit of an issue with mine. He's still pretty good, and he holds together and stands really nicely. It's not like every joint is bad, just the ones on his arms. It's just not the best. But again, overall, really like this figure. So stay tuned. Again, I will be making more videos as we go, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you again for watching. Peace.